Hello dear students, today we will continue with the next topic of the periodic table, and the name of the topic is the properties of the alkaline earth metals. Already we have studied the complete periodic table. We have studied the structure of the periodic table. Then the groups also we have started. That was we have completed the S block element, P, D and F block. When we have studied the S block element, we have seen that it is divided into two parts. First group is called as alkali metal, second group is called as alkaline earth metal. And then slowly we have started studying the each and every properties of the element. We have completed the complete properties of the alkali metal, physical and chemical properties of the alkalis metal. हम लोग फिजिकल और केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज अल्कली मेटल की कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं और अब शुरुआत करते हैं अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल की फिजिकल एंड केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज। हमने आपको निमोनिक भी बताया था किस तरीके से याद करना है। तो अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल में हमने देखा था कि बेरियम, मैग्नीशियम, कैल्शियम, स्ट्रोंशियम, बेरिलियम, मैग्नीशियम, कैल्शियम, स्ट्रोंशियम, बेरियम एंड रेडियम, ये 6 एलिमेंट आते हैं हमारे सेकंड ग्रुप में. These are the second group element and these are the alkaline earth element. These are called as alkaline earth elements or the alkaline earth metal. So what are the special properties of these element? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and the radium. So the first important thing is that we have seen that alkali metal. So these are the alkali metals. So these particular element, that is the alkaline earth metals, are harder than the alkali metal. So alkali metals are the softer and alkaline earth metals are the harder than the alkali metal. So that's why first property is that it is the harder than the, these are the harder than the alkali metal. Now the second property, already we are knowing that this particular element, these are the alkaline earth elements. These elements has the higher melting point as well as the boiling point. It has the higher melting point as well as the boiling point. Because of what? Because of the due to the smaller size of this element. Already you are knowing that beryllium has the only 4 electrons in this particular element. So that's why these are having the smallest number of the electron and that's why smaller size. Due to that, it has the higher and melting point as well as the boiling point. So first physical property is that these elements are the higher than the which element? Alkali metals. And the second point is that it has the higher melting point as well as the higher boiling point due to their smaller size. Now third point is that if we are moving down in the group means like that when beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, then we can see that here the electropositive characters increases when we are moving down in a group. So third property, electropositive character increases when we are moving down in a group. Now the next property. If we will see the exceptional case, beryllium and magnesium, these two elements are exceptional than the beryllium and magnesium. All the elements gives the flame of the distinct color, means whenever it is burned, it will give the distinct color flame. So we can easily identify that these are the which type of which element, either it's a calcium, strontium, barium or radium. So this is the fourth property. Now the fifth property is that the thermal and electrical conductivity of alkaline earth metal is higher than the alkali metal. Means this has the less electrical conductivity and the thermal conductivity, and these element has the higher electrical conductivity and thermal conductivity. So if we will see this particular element, 5 important properties we can study, we can just suggest. First one is these are the harder than the alkali metal. So alkali metals are the softer than and these are the higher than alkali metal. Second one, melting point and boiling point is very high due to their smaller size. Third point, when we move down in the group, we will see that electropositive character increases. Fourth point, except beryllium and magnesium, if we are burning this particular element, these are giving us the very distinct particular flame. And last point is that the thermal conductivity is also more as well as the electrical conductivity is also very high. So these are the 5 points are there for identifying the element on the basis of their physical properties. So it is the one of the condition when we are giving the compound, when we are giving the unknown element, we can identify on the basis of the properties, the physical property. But after getting that particular idea, means we will get the little bit idea that this may be this particular element. Now we have to perform the confirmatory test, and for that confirmatory test the chemical reaction shows the very important role, and for that purpose now we need to study the chemical properties of alkaline earth metal, क्योंकि chemical properties ही ऐसी properties होती हैं जिससे हम confirm जान पाते हैं, पक्का पता लगता है हमें कि जो element का अभी हम ऐसा अंदाज लगा रहे हैं वो पक्का एलिमेंट वो है या नहीं है. We need to just select, we need to just identify. So for that purpose here total 5 chemical properties are there. This particular alkaline earth metal, they are showing the 5 chemical properties. First property is that reaction with the oxygen. Reaction with the oxygen. Second is reaction with the water. Third is reaction with the halogen, means halide. And then fourth is reaction with acid. And fifth is reaction with the hydrogen. So 5 properties we need to study under this particular alkaline earth metal purpose. First property, reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen, already you are knowing that number of, these are all the metals, and all the metals are highly reactive with the oxygen. Whenever they are come in contact with the oxygen, it become oxidized and oxides will be formed. And that's why it oxidizes with the atmospheric air and very fastly it will be tarnished. That already these properties we are studying since from the 7th standard. So first of all, here three things are there. First one, beryllium and magnesium. This is beryllium and magnesium. These are the two elements which are not much affected by the oxygen. They are not readily react with the oxygen. First thing. Second thing, calcium and strontium. These are the two elements. These are the very easily react with the oxygen and it become tarnish. मतलब ये बहुत जल्दी इनको जंग लग जाता है, tarnish हो जाते हैं. Then next one, barium. This is the barium. Barium, if it will be exposed to the air, then it catches fire. It start instantly, it start burning whenever it will be exposed to air, just like a sodium. You are already knowing that sodium is also the metal. We have studied in the alkali metal that sodium is also the metal which catches the fire when come in contact with the air. And here barium is also catches fire, burns very fastly when it come in contact with the air. So this is the property reaction with the oxygen. Now second point, reaction with the hydrogen. Already we are knowing that magnesium. We have already heard the name milk of magnesia. Whenever magnesium react with water, it gives rise to magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium hydroxide means the milk of magnesia. We will get that. And special thing is that this water magnesium react with the either with the boiled water or with the stream. Okay, so in this way it can be react and we will get the particular magnesium hydroxide of that element. And the second thing is that rest all will react with the all the element except magnesium. These all the element react with the cold water. So this is the second property. Now the third property. What is the third property? Reaction with the halogen. Halogen means 17 group element halide. So that will be halogen. When beryllium react with the chlorine, it gives the halide of that element with beryllium chloride. So when it react with the halogen, it gives the halide of that particular element. Now the next one, reaction with the acid. Especially these are the particular element which react with the dilute acid. So whenever magnesium react with the dilute hydrochloric acid, it gives rise to magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas is liberated, hydrogen gas is evolved from here. Now the fifth reaction, that is reaction with the hydrogen. Whenever magnesium react with the hydrogen, then it will form the hydride of that particular element, means magnesium hydride will be formed. Except the beryllium, all the particular gases except beryllium, all this particular element react with the hydrogen and form the oxide. In this way, total 5 reactions are there. First one, reaction with water. When it react with water, it will become oxidized and it will be tarnish that particular element. Second one, reaction with water. Whenever magnesium react with water, it forms the milk of magnesium is magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. Then when it will react with the halogen, it will form the halide. Halide means the salt we will get after halogen. It will form the salt of that particular element, and that's why when beryllium react with the chlorine, it form the beryllium chloride. And then when it react with the acid, especially dilute acid, magnesium react with the dilute acid, it gives rise to magnesium chloride. And liberation of the hydrogen gas will be there. When reaction with the hydrogen, then whenever it react with the hydrogen, it gives the hydride of that particular element. Here special thing is that this beryllium will not give any reaction with the hydrogen. Rest all the elements are giving the reaction with the hydrogen. So in this way, these are the very important properties. We have seen here 5 physical properties as well as the 5 chemical properties. Once again, I want to recapitulate the particular properties. Physical property, first one, these are the harder than the which metal? Alkali metal. These are the harder than the first group element, alkali metal. Melting point as well as boiling point is little bit more high because of what? Due to their smaller size. Third point, when we will just move down in a group, our electropositive character increases. Fourth point, except the beryllium and magnesium, all these elements gives the distinct color, special color. And fourth point, these are the thermal conductivity is very high as well as the electrical conductivity is very high. Chemical reaction, 5 reaction we will get. Reaction of oxygen where the elements get tarnished, then reaction of water where we will get the hydroxide of that particular element and hydrogen gas, then reaction with halogen we will get the salt of that particular element, reaction with acid we will get the salt of that particular element, again the hydrogen gas will be liberated, and lastly reaction with the hydrogen means here we will get hydride of that particular element. Some exceptional things are there except beryllium, all other react with the hydrogen and form the magnesium hydride. In this way, we can we can identify on the basis of this chemical reaction, we can identify that particular element, unknown element which given to us, that is the actually which one. Either it's a beryllium or it's magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. In this way, we can identify on the basis of this physical and chemical properties. So this is all about the alkaline earth metal. तो जितना हो सका उतना हमने थोड़ी प्रॉपर्टी दी है और बहुत सारी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, बट 11th और 12th के लिए इतनी ही प्रॉपर्टी पर्याप्त है, तो इसलिए हमने इतनी प्रॉपर्टी दी है। और आपका बहुत सारे जो बहुत सारे मैसेजेस मिल रहे हैं उसमें कहा गया है कि हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन कीजिए। आई ट्राइड माय लेवल बेस्ट, हमने जितना हो सका उतना हिंदी में भी पर्याप्त आपको बताया है, और ऐसे ही आपके मैसेजेस, पर्सनल मैसेजेस हमें मिलते रहें। और आप कृपया जितना प्यार आप अपने हमारे इस वीडियो को दे रहे हैं, ऐसा ही भरभरा के प्यार प्रेम देते रहें, ऐसा ही स्नेह आपका बना रहे, और पर्टिकुलर वीडियो को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और जितना हो सके उतना शेयर कीजिए, क्योंकि ये एक प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसा है जिससे बहुत सारे बच्चों को फायदा हो सकता है। तो आपसे गुजारिश रहेगी कि आप इसे जितना हो सके उतना शेयर करें। धन्यवाद, थैंक यू।